Okay.
Some inventions for the fair this afternoon. If I had known the rating would count for the final exams, I would have made something less crappy.
Anweisungen, Regeln.
Before starting, please check the rules by pressing this button. When you're done, press the upper right button to submit. Good luck.
Für dieses Jahr geltende Regeln. 3035 nach. Diese Prüfungen und alle damit verbundenen Prüfungen sind Teil des Prozesses, um deine Annahme als erstklassiger Bürger, in Klammern Drummer, zu bestätigen. Als solche ist sie streng den Kindern von Zusammen vorbehalten, die dieses Jahr erwachsen 16 Jahre alt werden, unter Androhung einer Ausschlussstrafe. Respektiere deinen Partner, es ist verboten, andere Sachen zu beschädigen. Sofortiger Ausschluss. Wiederholte Abwesenheit, Strafe erster Klasse, 40 Punkte. Kein Schummeln erlaubt, Strafe zweiter Klasse, 5 Punkte pro Vergehen. Keine Handynutzung während dieser Prüfung. Strafe dritter Klasse, 2 Punkte. Außerhalb dieser Fälle sind Tricks, ob moralisch oder unmoralisch, erlaubt. Andere zu übertrumpfen wird ermutigt und wird dir in deinem zukünftigen Leben helfen. Copyright NMER Technologies. Aha. Ach du Scheiße. Aufgabe 1. Ein Treibholzlieferant zerquetscht versehentlich einen Bürger. Was machst du? Hilfe leisten, fertig machen, nichts tun, die Polizei rufen. Sag mal, erste Hilfe leisten. Ah, okay, hier kommt so. Ah, okay, das ist, wenn wir es fertig haben. Die erste Hilfe leisten. Schließe diese Folge ab. 5, 12, 7, 16, 29, ich habe keine Ahnung. Zahlen rein war ich noch nie gut. Schlimmes verboten hast, haben sie gesagt. Naja, mal schauen. Irgendwas sagt mir, dass das die Lösung ist. Wenn Sams Tochter die Mutter deiner Tochter ist, wer bist du dann für Sam? Bist du der Treibert? Wenn Sams Tochter die Mutter deiner Tochter... Das klingt nach einem... nach sehr viel Inzest. Sams Tochter, die Mutter deiner Tochter, Sams Tochter. Sam ist der Vater von einer Tochter und diese Tochter ist Mutter meine Tochter. Meine Tochter ist Richtiger Sohn. Wo will ich mal raten? Keine Ahnung. Gibt es richtige Worte ein? Es ist besser als Leben. Es ist schlimmer als ewiges Leben. Das Lamm haben ist, wenn wir brauchen es. Wenn wir essen, sterben. Wenn wir es essen, sterben wir. Kohle. Was kann man hier draus machen aus den Worten? Was kann man aus den Wörtern hier? Wenn wir es essen, sterben wir. Ah, ich habe eine Idee. Ich frage, was auf Deutsch oder Englisch eingeben müssen. Würde beides gehen. Nichts. Nichts ist besser als Leben, nichts ist schlimmer als das ewige Leben. Leiden. Slammer haben nichts, Drummer brauchen nichts. Wenn wir nichts essen, sterben wir. Ach komm. Die Folge ab. Also Folgen. BL. Irgendwas sagt mir, dass es das hier ist. Und wird das sowas von verkacken. Dein bester Freund und 10 Leute, die du nicht kennst, sind in Gefahr. Du kannst entweder die Fremden oder deinen Freund retten. Den wirst du retten. Ich will meine erste Frage nochmal abändern. Hier. Du bist noch minderjährig und deine Eltern sind gestorben. Dann wirst du ihren Nachlass erben. 14, 15, 16, 18, 22. Wenn ich volljährig bin, also laut diesem Gesetz dieser Stadt 16. Nicht mal. Wann fand der Autarchismus-Tag statt? Puh. 35, 26 oder 30. Irgendwas sagt mir, dass das ist. Oh je, du verlierst dein Fell. Welche Medizin solltest du nehmen? Dilis Tut gewinnt Körpernormalisierer. Schätze deine Punktzahl für diesen Test von 25. Na, dann schauen wir mal.
Too easy.
Okay, mal schauen, ob es zu einfach war.
Finished yet.
Wie doll wir abgeschmiert haben.
Very well. The results should appear in a few seconds.
Oh man, here comes the stress again.
Ha!
Good
25.
job, guys.
Ah, das ist richtig.
Clay submitted fast enough to get 2 bonus points. You will get the correct answers on your phone in the evening.
Ah, verdammt, nur 2 bis. Nur Zweiter Platz.
That's all for now. The fair will take place right here. Deliberation will occur at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Aber haben es vorher geschafft. Selbst die 14 sind besser als der Roboter. Aus irgendeinem Grund ist der Roboter scheiße.
Great job! Thanks. You did well too.
Hätte ich mir gar keine Mühe geben
I'm
müssen.
sure I answered everything correctly, but I
Dass ich
still
die
couldn't
Zahlen rein
beat
verpackt
Clay.
hätte.
Don't worry about it. You'll get your diploma and become a drummer.
We'll pass together.
Of course we will.
I wonder what Brock would say about all this. Pretty sure he's having fun right now. Being a detective must be so cool. Hey, Ott! Wait for me!
So I gathered a few clues. I had suspicions, of course, but a detective gotta trust his clients a bare minimum, you know? And this is when I realized that sin...
Shut up! What a chatterbox you are. Sit.
Wait a minute.
Wir haben jetzt verhaftet.
The interrogation room?
How perspicacious.
Aren't you supposed to interrogate Sin first?
In due time. Sit!
Er guckt frei um die verhaftet.
Okay.
Das Rechtssystem ist also auch hier scheiße.
Man, those cuffs sure are tight. They aren't really necessary, you know.
Don't be a child. This is the procedure.
Yeah, procedures schmeegers. You haven't changed a bit, huh? After all these years.
This is irrelevant to the case.
So, what am I guilty of?
We'll determine that.
Der Roboter macht mehr Angst.
I don't feel comfortable with this robot watching us.
To perform technical requirements such as recording and testing the equipment. Just ignore it.
Starting.
What's this
Okay.
contraption for?
The procedure?
Enough with your procedure, drivel. I have the right to know what this is.
Fine. That's a lie detector.
What? I thought these weren't reliable enough to...
The engineers have made remarkable improvements.
False positives are now reduced to 0.02%, which was deemed an acceptable rate. As such, this equipment has been recently approved by our government.
A very precious
Approved by
asset.
government. Ich weiß schon.
Calibration in process. Subject needs to stay still.
Bist du schuldig? Nein. Pff, falsch.
A word of advice, you'd better not lie.
Or what? That thing's gonna electroshock me? No way!
Exakt.
Is this even legal?
Calibration over.
Ja, aber nur gegen Unterstettler. Wie die hießen, hier die Nichtwanderer.
Perfectly legal. I could show you the description of the law, but I'm not even sure you can read.
I've been to school. For a few years.
Shall we start? Listen carefully. I will ask you 10
Wir
questions.
werden sowas von tot sein.
For each one, you've got exactly 10 seconds to reply.
Oh ja, wir werden sowas von
It
sterben.
is highly recommended to give the first answer that comes to mind.
Our only aim is solving this case. If the device detects a
Natürlich.
lie,
Let me guess. Electroshock?
uh-huh,
Glad I don't have hair then. It would be such a mess.
Starting timer.
all right. First question. What is your name?
You know my name, Inspector.
I'm not Inspector anymore. From now on, call me Commissioner Wes.
Oh, okay. Inspector.
This question is meant to provide cross-checking for fine-tuning end results.
I still didn't hear your name.
Yeah. It's Brock.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Last name?
It's just BROK.
Subject now registered as just BROK.
Nur Brock. Vorname nur, Nachname Brock.
No, I meant
Next question. What's your job?
handyman. I do plumbing, sewing, and sometimes even cooking. See? I'm telling the truth.
No surprise there. You put your best competencies into practice.
This declaration makes no sense. All these tasks can be performed by bots with a lot more efficiency than humans.
We slummers would never let our jobs in the hands of petty tin cans.
And you can't afford bots.
Oh, yeah.
Your population is declining at a steady rate. Soon you won't have a choice.
Never. The strongest survives. That's how it's always been.
Uh-huh. Very true. Next question. Why did you become a detective?
And handyman.
Whatever.
Wegen des Geldes, wegen Gaff, wegen mir.
After Leah's death, I couldn't get over it. You know,
Of course. I was in charge of this case.
I figured if I become a detective, I'll get a chance to find the culprit. Someone has to pay.
So this is revenge.
I'm not sure. Much has happened since then.
But you never found any clue.
No, I hardly have time to focus on that now. But I'm not giving up hope.
Hope is a hard concept to grasp. It doesn't rely on any factual data.
Hence why you'll never be more than metal scraps on feet.
I can sense hostility coming from this subject.
Let's move on. Next question. What relationship do you have with Sim?
Was my client.
Uh-huh.
He was looking for something he lost.
The gun? No need to explain.
The conversation between the subject and the suspect has been fully recorded as evidence number 2563.
So, you know everything. What's the point of this whole interrogation?
I'm the one asking the questions here. Focus.
Sinnloses Gespräch.
Tell us how you met.
He tried to call me, endlessly. I believe he found me on the tri-web. I've seen his searches.
Uh-huh. Next question. What have you been doing this morning?
My investigation.
Be more precise.
I went to Sin's home, then to the sewers. Oh, and before that I crossed the border to check the alley and the pharmacy for clues.
Uh-huh. You crossed the border.
You know, I used to be a drummer, so...
You still have access. This isn't acceptable. It should have been revoked long ago.
Should the main database be checked for this record?
Yes, please.
Record found. Revocation request. There is no availability right now. A ticket has been reserved. The process will be performed as soon as possible. Estimate 58 hours and 35 minutes from now.
What a slow process. Well, never mind. As long as it's done.
Good. That leaves me some time.
You mentioned the sewers.
Yeah. The gun left tracks that led me there.
Tell me about the squealers.
Their leader and a few of his minions wouldn't let me pass, so... Hey, but how do you know I met him?
A wild guess. They've been causing a lot of trouble lately.
Right, yes.
You just confirmed our suspicions.
Yeah, you need to do something about them. They're acting like it's their territory and everything.
In due time. Next question.
Es geht eine Zeit also nie.
How do you think we should handle Sin?
Put him in prison.
Als ob ich der Richter bin.
For your information, the device was up to 90%, close to shock reacting when the subject replied.
Looks like even you don't really believe this is an appropriate solution.
Well, why not? Give them some time to think. That's what prisons are for, right?
I thought you'd be better aware of our system by now. Prisons are only there for one reason. Give us time before passing judgment.
Incidentally, the government is currently aiming to reduce judgment calculation time. When this process is finalized, prisons will be deemed unnecessary.
Oha. Also sofort die Todesstrafe.
There are only 3 possible outcomes. Get freed, exiled,
Assassinated.
Was für ein faires Rechtssystem.
we prefer the term eliminated.
Wait a sec. A machine decides whether we live or die? I'm aware of the data thingamabobs to help with the investigation, but what happened to only a human can be judge?
This point is still being debated inside the government, which doesn't make sense. Machines don't commit mistakes. They're neutral.
Says who?
Commissioner, we've got
Game
enough
machine.
elements for this question.
Uh-huh. I agree.
What a world we live in.
Next question. Have you ever murdered someone? Please reply.
No, I've never murdered anyone.
Scheiße.
What the? That's impossible. I'd never. I couldn't kill someone in cold blood. There's something wrong with your contraption. You gotta believe me.
Uh-huh.
Unless you're considering bots.
You've killed bots?
They can't be killed. They're machines.
Uh-huh. Let's be more specific. Have you killed Leah?
What?
Answer the question!
No, of course not.
Say it aloud.
I did not kill Leah.
The data is confirmed with a 99.998% probability.
Oha.
See? Your stupid machine agrees with me.
Uh-huh.
What does this have to do with sin?
You can complain later. This interrogation isn't over. Last question. Who did you really kill?
No one. I've never killed anyone.
I don't quite understand your
So ein
insistence.
Mist.
Are you trying to
Ich sag
frame
doch,
me
ich
for
sterbe hier
something?
noch.
Don't tell me I wouldn't remember if I ever killed someone.
Technically, there's a slim possibility the subject cannot remember doing it. This usually happens when suffering from psychotic issues, like schizophrenia.
Shut up, you heap of junk. I'm not mad.
Uh-huh. This interrogation is over.
Stopping time.
Fantastisch.
Not too soon. Wait! What's up with those last questions? They're totally irrelevant to Sin's case.
We do not disclose our work methods.
Oh,
Das ist
I
klar.
see what you're up to. You're still blaming me for her death.
That case has been closed years ago. It was an accident.
Then why? Why are you bringing this up?
We didn't have this powerful hardware at our disposal back then. I just needed to confirm some details.
Well, satisfied?
Uh-huh.
What I believe is...
Not important. You'll have time to think about it in custody.
Custody? But I thought you understood I had nothing to do with Sin's incident.
Maybe not, but you sure have your share of problems. Anyway, the investigation AI needs time to examine your answers.
Ja, mit uns KI.
Investigation? AI? You mean an artificial intelligence is gonna solve the case by itself?
Ist so lustig, wenn es nicht so real wäre. Warten wir noch 10, 15 Jahre.
Most of it.
This is outrageous. I'm out.
Do not worry. You're not a suspect for these events. There's not much to solve anyway. This case is crystal clear.
Is it? Sin could have been framed.
Very unlikely. Let our algorithms do their work. We will release you as soon as possible.
The sooner the better.
Agent X598, please start the analysis. And tell Agent Ray to come in.
Yes, Commissioner.
Come over on this side. That's a blind spot.
Huh?
Listen, I hate this as much as you do. Those AI reliability algorithms, figures and everything. Bunch of crap. No robot should be making decisions in our place.
Ach was.
You don't say.
But the law is the law. I'm the commissioner here. I need to follow orders.
From who?
You ask me, Chief?
Yes. Please take this man to a cell.
Okay.
Was hat uns das jetzt gebracht?
Hey, you're a cat?
Don't be foolish. Surely even you can see he's a reptilian.
Yeah, but I hate cats.
Ah, das ist was wir im Inventar haben. Das
Allergic to cat fur.
aha.
Enough. Screw up one more time and you're fired.
Okay. You've changed, Chief. Never threatened me before.
Ah, ist ja ein allergischen Katzenfell. Schön, dass wir was dabei haben.
Go ahead. First cell. Take a shower.
What? In front of you?
This is a dry wash. No need to take off your clothes.
Oh.
Germs elimination in progress. Process over.
That was fast. Oh. How did I get into such a mess? Graff would be ashamed of me. Huh? Oh, the fair! I forgot! He's gonna kill me if I'm not there on time. 4 p.m. I can still make it.
Müssen wir nur irgendwie ausbrechen.
Gotta be there, no matter what. Let's find a way out of this rat hole.
BROK könnte eine Weile hier festsitzen. Was macht Graff gerade? Finden wir es heraus. Wechselt zwischen BROK und Graff jederzeit hin und her, indem du Back drückst.